Hello everyone, this is Joseph. Well, as you know, we're currently doing a series on British history. And today I'd like to talk to you about a very famous woman. Her name is Gertrude Bell. Well, I suppose I should say her name was Gertrude Bell because she died many years ago. Gertrude Bell was an English writer and administrator, but perhaps she was most famous as an archaeologist. Gertrude Bell was an archaeologist who was employed by the British Army because of her knowledge of the Arab tribes. She received a degree from Oxford. Well, I say she received a degree, but in the days that she lived, it was not possible for women to receive degrees from Oxford. So she attended Oxford University, but they did not actually grant her the certification that she deserved. Gertrude Bell lived from 1868 and she died in 1926. She created Iraq. She advised the British government where the line should be drawn because she knew which tribes would fight with each other. Not only did she create Iraq, but she also created Jordan, and she put the royal family on the throne in Jordan. She had many other achievements as well. For example, she founded the first museum of Baghdad, and there is a statue of her outside it. Finally, she died and was buried in the cemetery in Baghdad, but unfortunately her grave was partially destroyed during the Gulf War when the British accidentally dropped a bomb on it. So she was an English writer, a traveller, a political officer and an army officer who explored, mapped and became highly influential for the British Empire. She was a great friend of Lawrence of Arabia, and you can see many pictures of her with Lawrence of Arabia in the desert. She played a major role in establishing the modern state of Iraq, and she also made many friends in the Arab-speaking world. She was once described as one of the few representatives of the British government remembered by the Arabs with anything resembling affection, because they loved her. You can find more details about Gertrude Bell in her diaries, which I think are all available online because they're held by one of our universities. Okay, let's look at the words we've talked about today. Well, we spoke about Gertrude Bell, who was a writer, an author, a traveller, someone who travels, a political officer, someone who's involved in politics within government. She mapped and became highly influential. Someone who maps is someone who writes maps. We used the word founded again. She founded the first museum in Baghdad. Well, I hope that gives you some information on Gertrude Bell. If you would like more information about her, there's lots available on Google. Thank you, and goodbye.